Happy birthday!
Amen.
Happy birthday, Kim. We love you and we appreciate you. I'm so glad we get to celebrate you and we get to be there all together. I really, really hope you enjoy this film just because everyone loves you. Everyone loves you so much that they had to put it into words and then shoot a video about it. Yes, love you, appreciate you.
For the past 3 weeks, we have journeyed through midweeks, through random days somewhere, to people's houses, to do like a documentary about you for your birthday. You know, I think one of the first things that I thought of was just like YouTube, but I wanted to take a step above because you're Netflix quality. You feel me? You're Netflix gang. You know, we were even stressed about locations. Like we were turning ours on and off. But you know what? We did it. And these past 3 weeks, even though they were stressful, I feel like it was so worth it. And just hearing all the things that these people have to say about you, it was so encouraging. And I hope you feel encouraged about all the things that these people have to say. I hope you enjoy this.
Kimberly, happy birthday. We love you so stinking much. We hope that you really enjoy your day. We hope that you feel loved and appreciated and important today. Because we just want to show you that you are. All of those things. But just want to say, hope you enjoy the snacks. Hope you enjoy this film. Relax, sit down, and yeah, enjoy.
This one right here?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
Positive?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Cool. From the beginning.
From the beginning?
From the beginning. Who is Kim?
Who is Kim to me? That is the question. Kim is a lot of things. Kim is a good singer. She's really funny, really pretty. What isn't she, you know?
How have you known Kim and how did you guys meet?
I've known Kim, well, ever since she was born. We grew up together, but we didn't really get close until maybe like about 5 years ago. Yeah, around 5 years ago.
Okay, so I've known Kim since I was 12 years old, and we met at teen camp. So it's been about 12 years since I met Kim. And I remember the first time we met, we were in the same cabin. And I don't know what happened, but like there was like a moment that happened while we were in the cabin, and I just like looked at her, Julie, and Madeline to see their reactions, and they were all just like, and then after that is when we started talking.
I've known Kim for like, as I can remember, basically. Her mom pretty much changed my diaper, and yeah, we were kids in the kids kingdom, if you guys know what that means. Basically, it basically means we grew up in the church, and yeah, a very long time actually, since we were children. So we're old now.
I've known Kim since August, the end of August 2023, so a couple of years, which is crazy.
So I don't recall when I met Kim because I've known her forever. I don't think there was ever a moment in time where I don't remember Kim being in my life.
Dang, that's a good question. Yeah, I was thinking about this. I think I've known Kim for about, well, long time, probably since middle school, if not earlier. And I honestly, Kim and I have tried to figure this out, but we don't know how we've met. Yeah, I'm not sure, but long time. It's just, she just, you know, I think we just popped into each other's lives at some point, so.
So I've known Kim since we were kids. We grew up, me, Kim, and Julie. We're all really good friends, and we met at church. Yeah, so we grew up together in the church, and then like
we became friends in the church, but we built a friendship outside of church as well.
How have you known Kim, and how did you meet, if you remember?
I've only known Kim for a few years. I technically met her at teen camp. We were teen camp counselors, and that's how we met. But I didn't get to like know her more until like 2023 when they moved. Spanish North came here to the Northeast.
Ooh, I don't know how we met, so I'm gonna be honest. But how long have I known her? I think known, definitely like beginning of summer 25, but like I've known of her like a while, like teen camps and stuff like that, teen retreats, but yeah.
I met Kim in the fall of 2021 at Salem State University. I got invited out, met her at a Bible talk actually.
Okay, how long have I known Kim? So, yeah, I don't remember the earliest date, but I've known you since we grew up in the teens, going to this church together, and well, maybe not the Northeast, but just going to teen camps, or I think about the high school trip, going to New York, or just mostly, unfortunately, knowing you through Andrew, but then eventually getting to know you through yourself. But yeah.
I just remember her. I remember being in like Mis Sonoritas, and then, or like midweek or something like that, and just like seeing her around. So I don't really know when I met her, but I do remember her, and I remember her mom and her aunts being around.
I've known Kim since we were kids, and I met her at church.
How long have you known Kim, and how did you guys meet? Oh man, I think close to a year ago. I think I met her before I got baptized, and yeah. So I think I met her through obviously the church, and yeah. So about a year ago. How was she like growing up?
So growing up, Kim was very energetic. She was a yapper. But I think that just like added to our friendship, just because I feel like I'm a little bit more on the shy side, but she was able to kind of bring my playful side out. She was just always like an encouraging person, always making sure that everyone was included and everyone felt just like a lot of fun and happy. I don't know. She just brings a lot of joy to people.
No, Kim was super down to earth. She's always laughing, always smiling. Yeah, I really don't remember a time where she was complaining or, yeah, just an encouragement to be around. Even at teen camp, like no drama. She's just always encouraging. So
that girl was crazy. No, she was so, just always like you could never take her seriously. Like just always laughing, just always wanting to have a good time. And I just remember like she was so like popular. Like everyone was just gravitated towards her, and everyone just wanted to be her friend, me included.
How was she growing up?
Wow, growing up? Well, if I were to mention it, well, she was a little obsessed with me, I guess you can say. I'm kidding. But she was a really great friend. I think I was more of the avoidant one growing up. But as we grew up and as the years passed on, I think Kim actually became one of my closest friends. From hearing like my deepest, darkest secrets to just being there to support me whenever I needed someone to listen, I guess you can say. Kim has always really been there to kind of like help me out and make me laugh as well. You know, we have good laughs all the time. So she's growing up, she's been a really great sister, I guess. Yeah, that's the best word I could use. She's been a really great sister to me.
What did you think of Kim when you met her?
I thought she was very outgoing, real, extrovert, funny, hilarious, no filter.
Cool. What did you first think of Kim when you met her?
I thought she was just really warm and friendly and I wrote it down, and chill and welcoming and fun. And I think that she was just feel like you could vibe with her. Immediate like connection. I didn't feel like awkward, or she's very welcoming, and she'd always be like, we're doing this thing. So I felt very like loved, and yeah, she was very warm.
I feel like I was like when I first met her, I feel like she was a little bit more quiet and reserved, and maybe that was just the group as a whole. But then just being able to break into that group and really get to know them, I just remember thinking about like just how fun it was to hang out with Kim, and she just was always generally like always having a good time. I was looking forward to it.
I thought she was annoying, if I'm being honest. But I think, I don't know, I think that's something that us as guys are just like, you know, growing up and as kids. But in reality, you know, even at the beginning, she was always like a really close friend of mine. You know, I don't think at a young age, someone that I can see that I could depend on in a sense because we were just kids. But I think someone that I could have fun with for sure.
Andrew already said this, she's a clown, but it's just like, she's just fun to be around. I was like, dang, like I could be real with this person and have deep conversation, but also just like act a fool and like no stress, just have a fun time doing almost anything.
Honestly, I think that the first time I met Kim was in Bertillon at Salem State, and I thought that she was kind of low-key quiet, and like that she had this like deep side to her that I wasn't able to see yet. But yeah, she was like, I didn't really see her like goofy, fun, like singer out of herself side yet. And so at first I was like, wow, she's like kind of low-key, kind of quiet, you know, think she's a little cool.
When I moved back to Massachusetts, I don't know, I thought she was funny and very like outgoing, and yeah, just like having a good time.
I don't remember that far back, but I remember being like, yo, this girl's crazy. Like she was a lot. But I really enjoyed that because it made me like comfortable.
So when I first met her, she had this like type of energy. Like she kind of like didn't care, but like in a good way. She was like, she was gonna do what she was gonna do, and if you liked it or not, like it didn't matter to her. Like she just wanted to have fun. She was all about the fun. She had this funny energy about her that she just wanted to have so much fun. It was actually really interesting.
I moved to the Northeast a little over 2 years ago, and I believe our first time meeting might have been when Liseth was moving in, but I don't remember exactly what happened that day because it was super chaotic. So maybe Kim wasn't even there. What I do remember was my first time witnessing Kim, and this was during one of the Sunday services. I don't remember how many into me moving in this was, but I remember seeing her on stage, and the first thing I thought and felt was just complete awe. Kim is beautiful in general, but when she's on stage and she's singing, she's radiant. And she just has such a powerful, beautiful, passionate voice.
Actually, I don't remember when I first met her, but I remember our first kind of connection where I was like, yeah, she gets me. I made a joke and she laughed really hard at it, but maybe it wasn't the best joke, or should I say the most appropriate joke? So I kind of laughed, and then she laughed, and I think at that moment, I think she knows what I'm talking about too. But in that moment, I was like, yeah, we get each other.
Can you describe your relationship with Kim?
Oh boy, I mentioned it. We're a very like brother-sister relationship where we're very like, we love to goof around with each other. We love to go hang out, go on adventures. And we just like to experience, life together. I think out of any, I think her and I are very close. Out of like the women, I guess you can say. So a very older brother and younger sister relationship, since he's younger than me, for sure.
I would say low key, whenever we're together, we're just trying to like crack jokes at each other and make fun of each other, which honestly I enjoy. I have a fun time roasting each other. And I think she tries to just make fun of me all the time. She does it more than I do to her. And I think it's because she, maybe thinks I'm cooler than her or something like that. So she kind of needs to balance it out and, make fun of me when I'm being dumb and stuff like that. Which leads me to actually, well, before I think other parts of our relationship were also really, really deep people. And so when we actually get a conversation where we're able to be deep, we definitely lean into that and ask good questions and kind of are relating with kind of deeper emotions and like feelings. And we also love worship music. We love to sing. We love to worship God. We love to do that together. So that's a really special aspect of our relationship.
That's one of my friends, bro, my best friends. She's like someone that I can, talk to on kind of really any level. Just someone I can be open with and, feel like they can kind of relate to me, with whatever conversation I'm having.
Can you describe your relationship with Kim?
Kim is the closest thing I have to a sister. Actually, no, she is my sister. Like, genuinely, like, I can't imagine, like, life without her. And, like, she's just someone that I can just always go to for anything. Like, whether it's, like, just for giggles or just for genuine, just life advice.
And I feel like what I really appreciate about our friendship is that even though we live in different countries, like, I'm able to talk to her about anything and we can just be real about our walk with God, and we can really spur one another on in love and really like get into like what our lives are like. And I think that's really important if you don't even live in the same place, because if all you have is like surface level conversation and you don't really see each other very often, then it's hard to really maintain a friendship and actually like build a spiritual friendship from that. And I think that it's really amazing that we still found ways to see each other even after teen camp ended. Just her willingness to come visit me in Canada, and also like seeing each other during the Boston trip in New York, and also like her being at my graduation from university, like that. Those are things that I really appreciate, and she was very intentional about maintaining our friendship. And so I also love like her heart for others, and I think she has such a kind and forgiving and merciful spirit. I think it's hard to find that in people. Like, although these are qualities that Christians are called to have, it's really hard to put into practice. But I think that she displays these qualities so naturally, and you can tell that it's the spirit in her, and that she's actually spirit-led in her actions and how she treats others. And I think that her personality is just so versatile, because she has these really deep qualities, but at the same time, she's also a very silly person. And I just love like being in that space and watching her, just come out of herself like all the time. Like, she's always doing that, and it just makes me feel comfortable, and seeing that with other people as well. But I think I love to see that in our actual friendship, and even through the screen, I can just feel that kind of personality that she has.
I think she's just somebody that I go to, that I think when I'm in a room full of a bunch of people, like, I just feel like her calming presence is always exciting to be around, just hearing how her day's been, or her week, or and so the kind of relationship I have with her is, like, I definitely think like it's just a deep connection with a sister, But at the same time, I feel like there's just so much more to unpack there, and I would be excited to get to know.
My relationship with Kim is definitely super, like, I think just I don't have to worry about who I am when I'm around Kim. And I think that's one thing I love about her, is that I get to be myself, and like I'm always like I feel like a lot of people, I've heard a few people just today, like just what they say is she's very warm, and like we can like just trust her, and she's always just very enthusiastic to be around, which is amazing.
The only word that I can think of to describe our relationship is special, which I know feels like a cop-out answer, but that's just what it is. Kim is such a warm presence in my life, and when we're interacting, it feels like it's us, and then everything else around me goes silent. She just feels like a warm hug, and I'm so lucky to have her in my life, and I think all of Kim's friends would agree that Kim is just special.
My relationship with Kim, I said she's fun and like lighthearted. I feel like I can always be myself with her. I feel like, what did I say? But she asks real questions, I said, and she feels like she's always listening. I can be myself, and I feel like I'm being heard. And I feel like she is just super genuine. Every time I hear from her, I hear a new life update, and she's always doing amazing things and just doing as she does. So I love hearing,
Yes. So sometimes I joke around, and whenever I see her, I'm like, "Yo, my Kim." I don't know if she likes that or not, but it's what I call her, just like as a joke. And I think that describes our friendship. It's just like, like we just have a great time together. It's always laughs. And then, like I said, like when it needs to transition into like serious conversation, then like we can do that.
Something funny that she does, she got all the memes like in her head ready to go. Like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, probably like Twitter, bro. She got every single meme that you could think of, bro. It comes off the top of her dome. Like she
Okay, Kim, we'll be like sitting at lunch or at a dinner, or like at a table, and it'll be quiet, and she'll be like, and like ask a random question, and it's not awkward though. It's so on brand for her. Like if someone else were to do it, it would not land, and I'd be like, okay, but no. But when she does it, it's like legit. It's like I don't know. It's just she makes again warm and light, and just makes it a good time, and she just brings life to everything she touches.
So, what is funny that Kim does is she has like the sarcasm that I do, that I have, and we kind of just like make these like weird faces, but it tells a story, those faces, and I like that. Something funny that she does is bro, she's literally funny, bro. Like her herself, bro, is funny. Like it's not even like things or actions she does, bro. She's just Kim's funny, bro. Like that's it.
I think something funny that Kim does is that she fully commits to a joke. She even made an Instagram once, if you know, you know. And I think that's one of the many things that it's funny, but she just like, if she says something like, she's going to do it, or she tries and like tries to get people to rally together to get that thing done. I think her laugh is also pretty contagious. I think I feel very proud when I'm able to make her laugh. But I think she's just like, I don't know, she's just a funny person overall. Like, I think it's effortless. Sometimes she'll say something and everyone will be laughing and she's like, that wasn't even that funny. And I think she surprises herself, but she's just genuinely like, it comes easy to her.
Something funny Kim does is the intros to her vlogs. You should watch the intros to her vlogs. They are hilarious. And she'll be like, hey guys, we're back at it with Kim Vlogs. And then she'll start dying laughing. Or actually the one where she psyched us all and was like, I'm ending my vlogs. And then she was like, psych, it's actually gonna be on a Sunday or something like that.
I feel like she's funny all the time. There's no like specific time or a certain time, because every time is a funny time with Kim.
Kim has a very expressive face. If she does not like what she hears, she might not say it, but her face says it. And when some of the guys are being annoying or make stupid jokes or comments, Kim has this like facial expression that's like a kind of confused side eye. And I wish I could recreate it, but whenever I am like hearing one of the comments someone is making, I just, Kim's face immediately pops into my head because that is how Kim would be reacting to those comments.
It's like the little subtle jokes that she makes like mid-conversation. It's like there's just like some of her mannerisms. Like she'll be like sarcastic, or I don't know, it'll like catch me off guard like mid-conversation. I'm just like, oh. Or like somebody will like, what was it? The other night at midweek, she like said hi to Pedro and he didn't hear her. She was just like, okay. Like it was just kind of like she's just kind of like it's like water off her back and she just rolls with it. It's funny.
Something funny that Kim does. I don't know. I think she's just a funny person in general, but she whenever she lets it rip, you know what I mean? I think that's one of the times that's hilarious. That's also the time that I couldn't talk about, but I'm just gonna say. No, I think one of the funniest things, I feel like whenever we kind of make that eye contact, when I'm like across the room and like she's over here and then something dumb happens and we're just kind of like, and then like we can laugh about it and everything. I think that's like what we can laugh about together. But yeah, that's one of the things that makes me laugh when it comes to her.
I would say she just has these facial expressions. Like I don't even want to do it, but she'll go like this and just make like a weird face, and it just every time it just makes me laugh or lightens up my day.
Stop. Wait, you can wait.
Wait. Okay, so this video, that night I think there was like a little bit of like worship at my house and there was like a little bit of a pool party going on, I don't know. But Julie and Kim decided to stay a little later. This video was taken, I think like 12:10 in the morning. And it was in my room. We were having, I think, a pretty deep discussion. And my sister was on the top bunk sleeping because she had work the next day. And she like was like mad. She was like, be quiet. Like you guys can stay and talk, but just be quiet. But we were having our little conversation. And then the lights just started flickering out of nowhere. And then obviously we turned it into a joke and we were just dying. I think we have like multiple videos of the same thing, just like the dark and the light coming in and out. And we were just dying that whole time. And then eventually we got back to being serious, which is funny, but it was just, I don't know, it was just really funny.
What's something funny that Kim does?
Kim does this dance. Can I show you?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. She goes like this. I can't even do it, but she goes like this. Or something like that. Do it, Kim. You know what I'm talking about. She does it really well, though. I can't do it.
What would you say makes Kim Kim?
I think it's just her peace and her rootedness and her relationship with God. I think there's just, little glimpses that I get to see where she's talking about surrendering different situations or fasting, and it's all almost behind the scenes that, until she lets you in to see it, you don't really get to know about it. There's just something there that's very unique to Kim. I couldn't put a word to it exactly, but.
What makes Kim Kim?
What makes Kim Kim? I had a word and I can't remember.
YouTube. Twilight. BTS.
Again, like going back to like how I was talking about that she likes to have a good time. I don't know. Like she's not afraid to take like a risk and like she likes making memories, and yeah.
What differentiates Kim from other Kims? Yeah, Kim is just like super energetic, super outgoing, just like a ball of fun. Someone that you could just, you can really do nothing and just have such a good time with. Just her presence is a lot of fun. Yeah, so she's just someone that that just has like a huge heart, and is just someone that, you know, I can just continuously, you know, trust with really a lot of things, and someone that is who I consider one of my best friends.
Kim, what did I say? Kim is, first of all, the one thing that I think Kim to describe come to mind is like genuine. She's super genuine person. Her love for God is genuine. It's so evident in the way that she interacts with people, in the way that she worships. She brings light to everyone, every single person. She makes everyone feel welcome and loved. And but she has good discernment. Like, she can be silly and she's funny and very bright, but there's also like a time, she knows times and place where she's like, okay, like, I want to be real, and she's talking about things, and so I don't want to miss anything. And yeah, oh, and she's a servant, and she loves people, especially her family, and definitely Marla, her mom.
I think her ability to make something out of nothing. Like, if you're, I don't know, if you're just chilling at home, or if you're on a drive, or you're just kind of like walking around town, like she'll make whatever you're doing fun. Just honestly, just by being herself. And yeah, honestly, like if I had a free day, I'd just be like, all right, like, so wonder what Kim's doing. Like, it'll just be fun.
So I think I touched on it a little bit before, but I think what makes Kim Kim is that she's like unapologetically herself, and she will do what she has to brighten up a room. I feel like she doesn't even have to try hard to like go into a room and instantly bring up the vibe and just really make people happy. I think she's just one of those people that are just so like confident and so social. I think it's a little scary for me to imagine myself in that way, but she just does it so effortlessly. And I think I really admire that about her. She's just also a person who's very funny, as you can see. Like, I think you'll hear that from many different people. And that, like I said also before, she's a very trusting person. There's just so many qualities that make up Kim, and there's no one like her.
What makes Kim Kim? Kim wouldn't be Kim if she wasn't down for an adventure. She just wouldn't be her. She wouldn't be herself. If I was to like, hey, are you down to go kayaking at midnight? I feel like she'd be down to do it. She's the type of person to be like, I'm down. She's an adventurous. She loves to be out, loves to hang out with friends, loves to be around friends. And that is really what makes Kim Kim, because I feel like we wouldn't all be so connected without her.
Kim. Kim definitely, I think what makes Kim Kim is just that she's just herself. Like, she doesn't have to worry about who she is. She's just, and also just, one thing that I always think about, that I love about Kim, is that she's always like trying to bring me out, like if we're doing something. Like, she never wants me to like be like, not feel like I'm not included or anything. Like, and especially when I'm just like, oh, I don't want to go or something like that. She's like, no, come, make sure you come. Like, and just the fact that she's just like loving no matter what with everybody. And just also just like, I feel like seeing Kim down is so rare. Like, I don't see that. Like, she's always just happy and like enthusiastic, which I just love and so encouraging.
Kim has this ability to make random events, random boring events, random experiences fun and special. And I think that is such a gift, and it is a gift that Kim uses very well. She had gone to Target once. Lisette and I went with her, and that was the first time I had that much fun at Target. And it was just like a regular Target trip, but it just was a different experience because of Kim.
Oh, what makes Kim Kim? I think what makes Kim Kim is her ability to. She always can just tell how people are feeling or check in, kind of even when it's not wanted at some points. Yeah, she does an excellent job of encouraging people, and like there's so many times where she could tell I'm off, and like that doesn't scare her off. She just asks what's wrong, or I'll give her not a great answer, and then she'll be like, no, but actually tell me. And I think she just has this genuine heart, both for honoring and loving God, but then loving people too, and is super loyal to her friends, that's for sure.
Kimmy, I think like just her laugh, like just all the joy that she radiates, and I think just like the love that she has for God is so evident in everything that she does, whether it's like her creativity or just her worship or even just in her prayers.
What makes Kim Kim?
Her name? Kidding. I think what makes Kim Kim is just, I think her smile, you know. I feel like whenever like she laughs and smiles, it's something that radiates and people can appreciate, and people laugh and smile along with her. I think that makes her just her way of being unashamed of who she is. I believe that that's something that is strong within her, regardless of like what's going on in the world, regardless of what's going on in her mind and in her head or whatever, you know. She always just likes to be genuine and doesn't really care about what other people think, which is pretty dope, you know. I'm very similar in that way, and I just like how we kind of like we're good at doing that together and stuff. So I think Kim is just unique and herself all the time.
So if I have to say like what makes Kim Kim, I'd say somebody's serious, because if you've ever asked for advice, like she's gonna give it to you straight, like hurt your feelings type, like make you cry in the car as you're dropping her off. She is energetic, a social butterfly, like she loves social events. You know, a social event without Kim, bro, like you know she ain't there. Bro, she's a techie. You ask all the old heads at church, she's a techie. Everyone at church knows that. She's a TikToker, she's a vlogger. You know what I mean? Like she loves that YouTube stuff, man. She an all-star. I know she's gonna pop off one day. I know it. What is your favorite Kim memory?
My favorite Kim memory? I think a lot of my favorite memories with her are when we went to Florida. Specifically like that morning that we woke up to make smoothies in the morning, and how excited we were, but also like so tired, but like it was just so fun. What other? Breaking our fast together was really special and fun and nice. I don't know. And there's just so many, I don't know.
But yeah, so that leads me to my favorite memory with Kim. I'll start with like the deep, meaningful memory. I would say my favorite memory, one of them at least, would be when she led a song at church at our campus led service. She led Yeshua. I think both of her and I both led it together. But I love Kim's voice. I'm like a huge fan of her voice. I feel like she has an amazing gift to sing and to worship God. And I like selected that song knowing that she would do a great job. But I recorded, you know, I have it on voice memo, was like the actual song for church that we did. And she just killed it. Like she sounded so fire on Yeshua. That's probably one of my favorite memories. The other favorite memory I have, I'm kind of roasting myself now, but is when we were getting ice cream together and I got like peanut butter chocolate chip ice cream or something. And I said something so dumb. I don't even remember. It was something like, I was trying to be like, oh, wow, like even if I was allergic to like nuts, I could still have this ice cream. That's why this ice cream is such a good product. Like you could have, and then she was like, what are you talking about? There's peanut butter in it. And so, yeah, I was like, wait, what am I saying right now? I don't know what happened, but it was like a super dumb moment. But she just was like dying laughing. She would always bring it up, and I'll never be able to live that down. So anyways, but yeah, I love Kim.
This memory was actually recently, and it was with Andrew, and we had a group of people. We were going to Boston, and we were looking for bathrooms. We just got out of the parking garage, and we were getting ready to go where we need to go. And I remember I was in the bathroom, and then someone was like messing with the door thing, and I come out, and I wasn't sure who it was, and then Kim goes in there, and so me and Andrew, we both started tugging on the door, and then we're all laughing as we get out, and we were like, yo, imagine if it was unlocked. And then no hesitation, Kim just goes, you would have been blessed. And me and Andrew were just dying, but that's just the kind of comfortability and just fun relationship that you can have with Kim.
My favorite memory with Kim is actually one time we were at your house, Lisa's house, and we were all together talking about like our life stories, and we were all going around. I just remember her talking about her story and like things that, I don't know, her processes, things. And I heard more about her family. I just feel like I got to know her more, and I was just made me more amazed by her.
Fun, there's too many to count. But in all seriousness, one of my favorite memories of Kim, just something that just stood out to me for forever, is just, Halloween. Gio and I probably were gonna do Halloween alone, and just go out and do trick or treating. But Kim texted me and was like, hey, like you should grab Gio and we should all go trick or treating. I'll try to grab some people, and she grabbed some sisters, and it was like super encouraging to kind of just have people around us, and yeah, just it turned out to be such an amazing night. And I'm so grateful for Kim and just the heart that she has.
What is your favorite memory with Kim?
For me, it would always be like all the sleepovers we had. Just like at my house or at her house, like just like staying up late at night, just laughing and talking and like just admitting that like we don't want to go to sleep, like we just want to like sit and talk.
I would say my favorite memory, honestly, there's been so many good memories. Like there's just so many times that I really cherish and value, especially from teen camp, because I feel like that's the most time that we've really had together, because it was literally a whole week. And then every other time after that, it's been like maybe once a year for like a few days maybe, or like a weekend, so it's been very short. And sometimes it's not once a year, it's like every other year or something like that. But I'm really grateful that we've still been able to maintain our friendship and really get time when we could with each other. And so yeah, my favorite memory right now, it's a very recent memory from when I went to Boston and I was staying at her house, and then I think it was like 4 a.m. or like 5 a.m. when we went to bed. And I don't even remember what we were talking about because I was so tired, but like we just kept talking, and like at some point we were just saying like random nonsense, and I just kept like responding, and then I would say things and then she would respond, and I don't even know what we were saying at that point, but it was just funny because we were just talking and laughing and just staying up. Like I remember just really wanting to cherish that time that I had with her. And I was able to do that, like, in that weekend that we had. Well, it was like a few.
There's a lot of good Kim memories. My favorite Kim memory, I don't know if it's my favorite, but the one that the one that comes out the top of my head right now is just when we were at the camping thing, and we're at the restaurant. Cody was trying to say, how do you say thick? And, people are telling him different things. And then from the back of the room, she goes, Nalgona. that just had us dying. And so now we're always just saying Nalgona and stuff like that. So that's definitely one of my favorites. There's just a lot, so.
I think my favorite memory of Kim was when she took me to one of her favorite spots in Winthrop, and we were able to like see like the planes coming and like the sun and everything. And I brought my dog too. You see him behind. But just being able to see like her excitement and having this space where she just was able to go to God and just be able to pray freely, I think it means a lot to her. Like, or for a person to have a spot that's like sacred to them and like they dedicate it to God, I think that's something very beautiful. And I felt very special being able to like have her take me and her feel safe enough to take me there. And I think it deepened our friendship a lot because we were also able to like talk to each other on a different level. And I don't know, just seeing all the planes fly by and the sun on the water, just like hearing the wind and everything. She was just taking it all in and just saying how beautiful God's creation was. And I think it really helped me like see her love for God. And it was just like putting everything like the funny aside and just being able to get serious with her. Those are usually like my favorite moments with Kim.
Yes. All right. So there's this spot. I don't know the town, but it's near Logan. It's like across the water from all the runways. And Kim took me and I can't remember who else there one summer night as the sun was setting. She was like, oh, like this is like my spot. And it was really cool to like hop into her world for a second and have her like take us to this spot where the planes were landing. And I love aviation. I love all things planes. And so to be able to sit there on the steps, watch the planes land and take off as the sun was setting behind the city skyline, like I totally understood why that was her spot. And like, I was so grateful and excited that we were able to like have that moment together. And I've actually gone there since then and just honestly enjoyed the moment, so.
My favorite Kim memory? There's just so many. They're really simple. Kim is the type of person who is down for an adventure anytime, anywhere, any given moment. And my favorite Kim memory is one time we went to Richardson's Ice Cream and it was pretty sunny out and then it just started pouring, like pouring rain. And we decided to dance in the rain. And it was really nice. It was probably one of like my favorite memories with Kim. And there's just so many memories I have with her, just laughing until like we both pee our pants or just crying together. But that was probably one of my fondest memories with her.
What's your favorite Kim memory?
Well, I got one, but I think that she wouldn't want me to share that one. My favorite Kim memory, honestly, it's kind of like a compilation of memories, and it was within 2020 during COVID. You know, I feel like we called a lot during that time, and we played a lot of games, and specifically there's this one game we played a lot, which is Crunker, and she's like one of the only ones who knows that, and Aaron himself as well. But playing and just having like deep conversations during that time where like the world was kind of going to heck, I think those are one of my favorite memories with her. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite memory with Kim?
I think I think one of my favorite like memories with her was like the first day I went on when I came back to church was with her, and it was a double day with me, Andrew, her, and Eileen. And I remember we went to go get sushi, and we were just laughing so much. I think that's one of the biggest things, that just remembering how much we laughed and stuff like that, and also the date that we had. Like it was just so fun. Like we just were able to connect so well and talk about things, and I just love spending time with her. It was so great.
All right, cool. I'd say like my favorite memory of Kim, this is kind of early, like when I first got to know her. Freshman year at campus, I get a call. It's Kim. I'm like, yo, why Kim calling me? I don't even know her like that. She's calling, she's just like, yo, like she's bored, she's trying to do something. Mind you, this girl lives in Somerville, and I'm over in Salem. It was a fire troop. She was just trying to get some heads to kind of just go out and do something. So we ended up going to climb rocks into some random person's house, like kind of in their backyard. Went into their little gazebo, I guess is what you would call it. Like they had like a gazebo in their backyard. Took a photo with the whole gang. If you know, you know. And then, but the climbing the rocks was like just mad funny. But I felt appreciated because like, you know, she thought of me to like bring me out. And she just, because of her, like we had so much fun, and like that's why I knew like she was a fun dude.
So Kim, I just want to say shout out you and have a happy birthday. Much love.
Kim, happy birthday. I'm so grateful for you, and just making a safe spot for me, like in a place that is kind of like scary in a sense of coming into a place where I didn't know too many people, or like this is completely out of my comfort zone. But you know, you were one of the people that stood out to me, that really reached out and opened up your heart, and I'm forever grateful for you. And yeah, I'm excited to make more memories with you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Kim! Happy birthday.
Girl, happy birthday. Hope you have a great day.
Happy birthday, Kimmy.
Okay, say happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Say happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Thank you.
Wait, 생일 축하합니다.
Feliz cumpleaños, Kimmy.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I just gotta. And happy birthday, Kim.